What's up, everyone? So today we're going to talk about a very important topic. We have a new setup here, but we're going to talk about something very, very important that I want you guys to seriously understand. The realities of being a successful entrepreneur. It is so difficult right now in the world we're in to actually make a lot of money, but I'm going to explain to you guys the reality that I have personally as being a 20-year-old entrepreneur. I've been in multiple different business ventures now. I started wholesaling real estate. I was cold calling real estate agents, to then doing deals in real estate and building a team, and now running an AI real estate marketing agency. And I've done all this before age 20 years old. So understand, guys, the number one thing you're gonna have that is your advantage when you're young is experiences. The more experiences you have as a young person, the better. And that's what I want you all to understand, okay? Every single person in life has good things that happen to them and bad things that happen to them. Most of the things that happen in your life are probably not good. Most things that happen in your life are hard, difficult, and really hard to, conquer or fix. So understand that when you're on this journey, many bad things will happen, and that's just a part of life. But the ones who win will get through it. I don't care how successful you are. I don't care how poor or broke you are. Everyone has their ups and downs in life, and that's just the truth of it. So that's number one. Don't care about what happens to you. Just care about improving every single day. So I can tell you guys, as someone who's been in the game, there are so many competitors, people trying to copy you. Everyone's trying to take you down. All your competitors, everyone around you, they all sometimes don't want the best for you. They want you to lose. So understand that you can't trust anyone besides yourself. You gotta trust your ability and your team, and that's it. This is a game. We're in a game, life's a game. The whole idea of running a business is simply a game. If you wanna win in this life, you have to do what others are simply not willing to do. Every single person who watches this and every single person in life has an opportunity to be successful. The ones who are successful are simply the ones who are willing to go through long periods of boredom, failure, and nothing really working in their life to get to the point they want to get to. So, what are the steps for you guys now? First of all, no one should start a business unless they have experience some sort of way in that niche they're getting into. That's my opinion. I would highly recommend you get a sales job or some sort of job when you're starting out that you can learn valuable skills that can make you start a business. But until you get to that point, in my opinion, there's no point of doing that. In this life, you have a lot of time, but also that time can go by very quickly if you waste it. Go into an industry unless you have experience in it, okay? If you're in AI, you learn AI. If you're trying to do real estate, learn a little bit about how to do a real estate transaction so you understand how to serve your audience better. And everything in life is about experiences. And people pay you based on how much experience you have. So if you're young, people are gonna think you're inexperienced. That's just the truth of it. Understand that just because you're inexperienced doesn't mean you can't beat your competitor. Dude, I'm 20 years old. I've done 20 plus real estate deals. I mean, most real estate agents can barely even close one deal a year, and I'm here to close over 20. And now I'm helping real estate agents do it themselves because I understand the process of what it takes to close a deal, what it takes to do lead gen, and I understand how businesses need to operate correctly. Basically, what I'm saying is if you're not using AI in your businesses and you're not using the latest and best technology, you're going to get left behind. So that's my opinion. That's number one. Another thing I want you guys to talk about, or I want to talk about, is that business is very complicated, but you need to make it as simple as possible for you and your team and your employees. And here's an example. So I work with real estate companies, as I just mentioned before, and the one thing I noticed, even the brokers making over $50 million a year have a problem with is lead nurturing. These companies get thousands of leads, yet they can't even nurture all of them because there's so many. So all you have to do, in my opinion, is simply you build a simple tool that can fix all those things. Big businesses don't know how, and that's where I come in and help them. But the point is, everyone has problems, but if you can make the solution sound simple to them and sound simple to you, you're going to fix the issue. Business 101 right there. You're always gonna have problems, but there's always a solution to every one of your problems. Maybe the solution is not ideal, maybe the solution is not what you want, but I promise you, there is always a solution to everything that happens to you in your life. There's always something you could do from the problem you currently are having or previously have had. Another reality of being an entrepreneur at 20 years old that I figured out is you have to be okay with being uncomfortable. I'm talking extremely uncomfortable. And the reason I say that is you're gonna have to put a ton of money into marketing. You're gonna have to put money into things you don't know if will even work out. And you have to be okay with losing. Most of the times in your business, you're gonna lose. But what happens is the more times you lose, the easier your next time will be to win. What I'm saying is be okay with failing, be okay with making mistakes. You gotta make sure your mistakes though aren't too costly. So there's I guess the way you look at it, there's like a cost that you have to understand for every single thing you do. Let's say you're taking a risk. You have to understand what happens if you win and what happens if it doesn't happen. That's kind of the way you look at life. For example, I'm spending $4,000 or $5,000 a month right now on marketing. And what I learned, I'm sometimes kind of uncomfortable with that amount. But the way I think about it is there are people who are spending $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month. Actually, frankly, some people are spending $100,000 a day on it and they're doing well. So if I was you guys, I would figure out, if I'm young, the skills I have, how I can give people value and literally learn a skill, become valuable at that skill, and sell that skill. And what happens is you post content, you post on social media, and then simply, as you get better, you do that over and over again, get testimonials, you can start selling to bigger companies, making more money. There are so many opportunities in this world, and I hope you guys understand that, right? Again, I'm recording on my iPhone, so I gotta make sure the recording is working, but understand that business itself, I'll move this out of the camera's way, it's not complicated right now with AI, and I think anyone can start any business they want with AI, to be honest with you. And if I was you guys, that's exactly what I would do. That's what I'm telling you guys. Every single person who's successful has a period of time where they hate what they're doing. They hate it. But look, they figure it out. Here's an example of that. So if you look on the roads, who works on the roads? Who makes roads? Construction people, right? Someone has the material that you put on roads, on sidewalks. Basic boring stuff is the point. And they're making a ton of money. Do you think those people have a passion for making concrete? No, they don't. They have zero passion for it, all right? And that's the point I'm trying to tell you guys. People don't always have a passion for what they're doing, but if your passion is making money, then you'll figure it out. I would do any business if it made more money than what I'm doing now. If I found another business that I saw that is making more money and I have the chance to do it right now and it was guaranteed to work, of course I would. And that makes me smart. So if you guys are aware, the point I'm making is take advantage of the situation you're in. So some people have it worse than others, but everyone has an opportunity. And you naturally have some sort of advantage over an average person. There's some skills that you have that's better than an average person. Double down on that skill set and sell it. I mean, if you don't want to be a slave, you don't want to work a 9 to 5, the best thing I can tell you guys that you need to do is figure out a skill and sell it. All right, so that's kind of the reality that I'm dealing with right now as an entrepreneur. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. And I do want to post more videos about this and how it feels to do this and the stuff I actually deal with. I feel like people don't talk about the reality of being an entrepreneur. So hopefully you guys enjoy the new setup. I think it's pretty fire. But yes, thanks for watching. And I hope you watch some of other content. I have a ton of other educational stuff and things that are, I think, beneficial to entrepreneurs that they could learn from. So click below, watch some more of my videos, support the channel again. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll see you guys later.